Good afternoon, everybody. I'm your friend Johan Castellano here with Nora Aguirre from Century 21. We're here to show you another amazing property here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, this property right here is approximately 3,800 square foot, 4 bedrooms, amazing backyard. It's beautiful. You guys have to really come inside and see it.
Let's show you guys what Vegas can really offer
Definitely.
when it comes to a home that really can easily be right around the $1 million price point, but we're in the mid 700s, guys. And the best thing about this property is that you're living in a private community. It only has one street. There's about 7 to 8 homes in this wonderful community, and you have an amazing lot. We have a basketball court, we have a pool, and definitely the area for you to have your kids' gym, right? So at the end of the day, right now in Vegas, what you guys are probably hearing out there, that people are waiting, that maybe prices might go up. I hear a lot of different stories. I hear people that think that the prices are going to go up, and I hear people talk about the prices are going to go down, and we might be hitting something kind of negative. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that what we've seen and what we're hearing is that nothing like that is going to happen. You guys can really right now think about Las Vegas real estate as something that's going to continue to grow. We're going to be abundant. We have a lot of great projects, but most importantly, we want to get you guys out of the mentality of renting.
Exactly.
We want to continue to tell you that renting, you're truly wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and at the end of the day, it takes the same amount of effort almost to be able to rent than to buy. When you guys are going to go rent, what are they asking you guys for? Bank statements, tax returns, credit. They want to know what your work you do. They want to know everything.
How many dogs you're gonna have?
Absolutely.
How many kids? Nowadays, they're asking how many kids. Some renters, some owners, some landlords don't even want to rent out to people with too many kids. You can't have a lot of properties, even condos, apartments. You can't even have pit bulls. A lot of them are they're discriminating. They say you can't have pit bulls in our property. So even if you have a loved one, a family member, you can't bring them with you. But when you purchase your own home, you can do whatever you want. You decide to flip the house, live in the house, gift it to a family member, your son, your daughter, wedding. It's a beautiful experience just to get your feet wet in real estate. Another thing, the more time you wait, the more money you're losing. Everybody knows.
If you do your numbers, if you add the math and you think about yourself and you say, okay, how long have I really been renting? 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Some of you out there have been renting for 20 years.
Oh yeah.
If you really do the numbers and you add up the math, many of you guys have been spending $50,000, $100,000, $200,000. And the most important part of this is if you own a home, if you buy a home, you have a commitment of 30 years.
Yeah.
That means that in 30 years, if you continue to make those monthly payments every month, guess what? You're going to have a home that belongs to you completely, and then you're going to stop making payments. You're no longer going to have that payment. It's almost like a car.
Yes.
You have the loan for 6, 7 years, 5 years. You pay it off. Well, guess what? The car is yours. The same thing with the home. It's completely the same way. It's just for a longer period of time. And the reality is that many of you guys, and I hope that many of you have a long life, long healthy lives, many of us are counting with living at least past 60, 70 years old. So for sure you guys are going to be, if you don't buy, you guys are going to be renting for 30 years. So the difference today is, why are you not buying instead of renting? What are you guys, what's stopping you? What are you guys thinking that is, that's going to happen with the economy? Why are you guys getting stuck in renting or in this renting cycle? It's almost a mentality. Because we're here, I'm from Vegas. I wasn't born, but I've been raised in Vegas, and I know a lot of wonderful people in this great city of ours, and I absolutely am committed to sharing the message of stop renting, because renting is throwing your money away. And the reality is that when we're thinking about our future, we're thinking of those dreams, and we're looking at, going to the next level. When you think of going to the next level, my friends, what's the first thing you think about? Having your own home.
Yes.
Right? That's the first thing you think about, is owning your own home. So if you guys don't have the tools, don't have the steps, don't know how to fix your credit, don't have, you know, the information, that's what we want to be for you. I've been doing this for over 15 years, and the commitment to my community is huge. That's why I continue to do videos like this, and I'm so excited to be partnered up with great people like Johan, so that we can get the message out to you, and that you can stop thinking of renting. You can now begin to think, well, why do they keep on talking to me about rent? Stop renting, stop renting. What is it? What's there behind all of this conversation? Well, what's behind all of this is because we want to teach you what we learned. We want to teach you what I've been able to teach other clients. When they stop renting and they own their first house, guess what? They're also already starting their walkway or their path towards being an investor, towards having what we call equity, which is having money saved in that house you buy. Meaning, after 5 years, 10 years, you have a house that has equity of $50,000, $70,000. Many people have used their equity for multiple things: paying off student loans, paying off debt, buying a car,
starting a business.
Starting a business, exactly. Buying the next home, putting the down payment. There's so many things you can use that equity for. It's yours. You've earned it because you've been making those payments on time for the last 5, 10, 15 years. But guess what happens when you rent?
You don't get none of that.
You don't get any of that. And so we're here today. We're going to continue sharing with you guys a lot of videos and content because we want to motivate you guys to stop renting and really to think about what has stopped you. And we want to be there with you every step of the way. If credit has stopped you, we want to help you. If you think that you don't make enough money, well, guess what? We want to show you why you don't need to make a whole lot of money to be able to own your own home. We want to guide you through this process of owning your first home, or even, we've spoken to many of you, as a first-time investor, we want to talk to you and teach you how to invest in real estate because there is a lot of opportunities still in our wonderful city of Las Vegas.
A lot of potential.
Many investors from a lot of different places all over the world are coming to invest in our great city, and it's insane not to do it. If you're living here and you have the opportunity to get a loan, to get, you know, a low down payment, low interest rate. Right now, last week I saw an estimate for a loan for 3.6, 3.7. That is a very low interest rate, my friends. There's no reason why you need to stop and continue renting and, you know, in that cycle that will not give you anything for your future.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you're losing money. You're losing on opportunities that right now it is a buyer's market. You can negotiate with the seller. You can negotiate your closing costs.
Yeah.
You can pick up the phone and call Nora Aguirre's team and ask as many questions as you want, and they will guide you. There is no excuses. A lot of my friends, they see these videos, they tell me, hey, is that really for reals? You guys really help people out? And guess what? Yes, we do. They will answer the phone. They will tell you guys, hey, you need to bring these forms in. You need to fix this. Your credit, you know, you have a couple things you're late on. You can negotiate on those payments. There's always a way. You just have to really do the effort, make the effort to get up out of bed and get things done. Now let me show you guys this beautiful home before it gets any darker outside.
Yes. So we have 2 bedrooms to the right side, guys. We're going to go really quickly to show you guys, I think, the key points of this beautiful house. So we have 2 bedrooms down this hallway, and both of them share a bathroom, a nice big bathroom. Now we want to show you the kitchen. This is a wonderful open living room space. The ceilings, I hope that you guys are able to appreciate the height of these ceilings. It is a beautiful open floor plan. It is dark in Vegas. We actually want to show you what it looks like, what this beauty looks like from the outside. But this feature here of being able to walk in into just such an open floor plan is just beautiful. And again, you'll get this in properties where you're spending, you're close to $2 million, you know, as far as in price point. We're at this property, we're at 3,800 square feet. Inside and out, we're close to 15,000. An amazing home again. Look at this beautiful kitchen, so much space, molding.
Monogram refrigerator, I mean the whole 9 yards. It's a beautiful home. It's a great home to throw parties in. I know this is Las Vegas. We all like to have, you know, family over, barbecues. This is the spot to do it. You have a basketball court in the back. You have a playground, swings, the whole 9 yards. You have the custom grill made in with the refrigerator on the side. You have waterfalls on the pool. You have the jacuzzi.
We want to show you.
And the view from up there from the balcony and the master bedroom is amazing.
So let's show you guys the outside of the property. So this is a quick little view of the playground, and you guys can check out the space. We also have a wonderful space over here, which is a basketball court. So we have basketball courts this way, and we have the motion detectors. Absolutely beautiful space for your.
You have a big shed back there.
Absolutely.
Store extra stuff. But the best looking part about this house in the backyard is definitely the pool. You have the waterfall, that amazing sound. I mean, I can fall asleep to it. I don't know about you, but I actually really like this house, to be honest with you. I mean, I might be looking into getting it for myself. This is definitely.
You guys can check out the space. It has a built-in barbecue. Beautiful, beautiful space out here. Just a wonderful opportunity for you guys to really think about. And one of the things, guys, if you're looking at this video, you say, well, this house is out of my price point. I'm looking for something less expensive, or I'm actually looking for something over $1 million. Fantastic. I understand. We absolutely are able to help you guys with all price points, from your first-time home to, like I mentioned, an investment. But one of the biggest things right now is we also want to have you, many of you, really look at property like this and say, you know what? This is actually one of my goals, one of my dreams. To be able to have a house with all these amenities for my family, and maybe that's what you're striving for, or maybe you can put that in your goals in the future. And that's part of what real estate can actually help you achieve. If you start investing in real estate and you start building, equity in your properties, and you start looking at what real estate can really offer you, this can become something that you truly make happen for you and your family, you and your loved ones. So it's not something that you can, oh, well, this is just something that, somebody who gets paid a lot of money. My friends, I've seen people that are able to buy a house like this, all because they were able to start buying real estate, and they have equity built over 10 years, 15 years, and that equity gave them the opportunity to own a home like this. And they don't have, $1 million jobs. No. They don't have, $1 million business. But guess what they do have? They invested in real estate, and they did it consecutively for several years, and that has brought the dream to them. So we hope, again, that something like this, if it's not right now it's not your next purchase, but it is something that you would love to look at as a future goal, or kind of a dream that you may have. We hope that you put it on that, wish board, or whatever we do during this season, where we really put our vision out there on what we want in the future. Put your home, put your vision out there. In real estate, there's so many different ways you can make that happen. You don't have to make a lot of money or have a lot of money saved. There's a lot of opportunities that we can actually, show you, so that you can begin learning how real estate can help you.
Yes, definitely. Let's see the rest of the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all real grass, no artificial grass stuff here. It's really very
it's a beauty. You have the mature landscaping, so that means that you have nice big trees. So here we go. We're going to go take a look at the master bedroom, my friends. And again, please feel free to ask a lot of questions. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy. It's really great. I want to say after it's her name, but we had a young lady who sent me a message via Facebook, and she said, I want to buy more, my credit's low. And I replied back to her and said, I would love to help you. How low is your credit? I said, could you send me a copy? Sure enough, she's like, okay. She sent it over to my email, and her credit report was given by, a professional, already a lender in the industry. And that credit report, she's not too far from being able to qualify, actually. But she was confused on what it is that she needed to do to be able to buy. And so I asked her, did they give you any pointers on what to do with that credit? She said, no, they just told me that I can't buy right now. So my friends, if you have gotten that type of answer in the past, and you've never gotten any direction, or nobody really told you, hey, go and do this, hey, Johan, do these 2 steps, let me show you, then you guys might be missing out. So what we ended up doing, I said, I'm going to print this, I'm going to reply back and give you. So today, I already got the credit reviewed by one of our preferred lenders that we work with, and what they did is they jotted down everything she needs to do, which is not a big deal, and we're sending it back to her so she can get that done and be able to buy her home very soon. something that didn't happen with the other bank. So we understand that there might be some moments or times where you guys have gotten a no from someone else, or somebody has said, hey, no, you can't, no, you need to wait, you have too many, debts, your credit, you don't make enough money. My friends, I understand that that might be very discouraging, but here's the thing, when you've heard a no, it's okay. You guys need to keep on knocking more doors.
Definitely.
There might be another opportunity around the corner, because here's the thing, not everyone in real estate, not everyone that does mortgages or does loans for your homes, not everyone has just a lot of experience with all different types of files, we call them borrowers, scenarios.
Or know the right people to get things done.
Exactly. And so maybe they're telling you because that's the truth. They
That's
don't
all they
have,
know.
that's all they know. But if you keep on searching, you keep on knocking doors and asking questions, especially if they didn't give you a strategy, especially if they didn't tell you how to, get your credit on track. If they just kind of said, well, you don't qualify, see you later, come back in 2 years.
They'll give you the basics,
Yeah.
and they really, what I noticed with a lot of, not a lot of them, but some agents out here, all they really care about is making a quick buck and getting it
Yeah.
going. I mean, there was a time where I went to 3 different lenders, and they all told me, hey, you're not getting anything this year, you gotta wait till next year. Whoa. Came to Nora, 30 days, I already closed on a property. I mean, she really told me, hey, did anybody tell you about this option? And it's like, no, I didn't even know I had that option. She was like, well, come into our office and let's figure this out. So we sat down. She had an amazing team. They're all super friendly.
I remember you came to me because the house you wanted was a certain price, and they had only approved you for like 30,000 less, right?
Yes.
You were like, I really want that house, but it's 30,000 higher than what I got approved.
Exactly.
I asked him, I said, well, what kind of rate are they giving you? Because it's very simple. We can possibly help, with maybe a second opinion. We can help so that those $30,000 you can actually qualify. And he said, no, really? I said, absolutely. Sure enough, right? You came in, and what did you end up buying? You bought that home.
I bought the house I wanted,
Yes.
and it was an amazing experience because from what the other lenders told me, they pretty much told me, if you get this house, you're gonna have to do something illegal. They pretty much told me that there's no way you're getting in this house. I've been in the game for 10 years. Whoa. Next thing you know, I'm in the house. 30 days later, I give these guys a call and I invite them because I had a housewarming party. So I come over to my house. I got it. They're like, how'd you do it? I'm like, I went to the right people. That's what I did. And they didn't like that. But at the end of the day, you really need to find the person that's really gonna look out for you, that's really going to look for your best interest and say, hey, not only let me show you, don't let me show you how to do it, let me educate you on how to do it properly. Because that's what she did. Now, my understandings of real estate is completely different from before. Because before I would invest into small businesses and move my money that way. Now I'm really looking into just doing real estate because the return is amazing, less stress, you don't have to worry about the overhead going up or going down wherever your building's at. It's your house now, multifamily complexes, fourplexes, they're amazing. It's a no-brainer. To be honest with you, you'd be crazy if you don't really jump into something like that. And the thing is that Nora has the access of getting the properties that are not on the market. Something that a lot of agents, I can put my money where my mouth is. A lot of agents cannot get you these properties because I have friends that are realtors and they tell me, hey, how does she get these properties? Who gets her leads? I'm like, hey, I don't know. It's none of my business, but she gets it done. So not only that, a lot of friends of mine that are in real estate now want to do business with her because she really knows what she's doing out here. She's been doing it for 15 years. And I really hope that the younger youth, people that, kids that are turning 18, 19, instead of thinking of investing, starting money here, getting in debt, no, start in real estate because by the time you're 25, you might be sitting on some really good money that can really push your career in the right direction, your hobby, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, let's finish the rest of this house. It's a beautiful home.
We're going to check the master bedroom, my friends. And so at this point, what we want to absolutely share with you is what the potential is for you to just kind of change a little bit of what you thought as being something that's impossible or, it's too difficult. Because guess what? If you're renting right now, I know it's hard as well. I know renting right now is hard. Why can I tell you this? Is because we receive for people that say, hey, can you help me rent? Can you help me find a house? We receive about 10, 15 calls a day. And that's intent. 10, 15 calls, and they're saying, hey, it's hard for us. We've been looking. I need to get out. I need to move out. A lot of different scenarios. There's a lot of people with needs where the home is selling. The home is basically the owner wants to take it back because he wants to rent to a friend, all sorts of scenarios. And what ends up happening, my friends, is that you guys are super, super swamped with getting everything together. But guess what? You guys are now in the position where you have to do it because your property is going to be gone. And what I tell you as a renter is stop waiting for that phone call when they're going to tell you, hey, we need the property. Stop waiting for that phone call. Take action and make the decision. Work on your stuff, because right now, what ends up being the first thing I ask a renter when they reach out to us is, what's your credit look like? Well, my credit is 500. I off the bat tell them it's going to be super difficult for you to find a property at 500. Right now, people want renters with excellent credit, my friends.
Yes.
So guess what? That's the same thing that you need to buy a home.
Yes.
So why are you going through all the motions to be, to be a good renter, trying to have your credit all good? Why don't you go through the motions completely and buy your own home instead of wasting more time and money?
Not only that, I had a friend of mine that a couple of years actually called me up. He said, "Hey, can I keep my cats at your house?" It's like, "Why?" He's like, "The landlord's coming to do an inspection on the house." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yes, we're not allowed to have pets here." I'm like, "So why are you like? Why don't you just buy a house?" He's like, I don't really want to." So at the end of the day, if you want to start avoiding getting rid of your pets, another friend of mine just recently had to put his dog up for adoption because they asked him to give up the house 30 days. That's what they gave him. He couldn't find a house. He found an apartment.
Yeah.
His dog's a pit bull. So where he found an apartment that's willing to take him in on such short notice, told him that they don't allow pit bulls in that complex. So he had to put the dog up for adoption. And this is somebody that is really hard-headed, because I told him many times, I know somebody that's going to help you buy a house. Go see her. He kept saying, no, I know I'm not going to qualify. But he just went and bought a new Corvette, by the way. So he bought a new Corvette, but he doesn't want to buy a house. Now he had to get rid of his best friend. Really, he's had him for like 8 years. So at the end of the day, it's a no-brainer. Buy your own property. If you don't want to buy a property, you want to invest into a property, beautiful. You'll have money coming in. If you lose your job, you can depend on that. If you get sick, you can, call your boss up and be like, hey, I'm going to take the whole week off, the month off, whatever. Doesn't matter. You have money coming in and you have money saved up, because obviously that's what, when you have that investor mentality, you're going to save up money to invest in more and just keep piling up that money. All right, so let's see the rest of this property. This bathroom is beautiful.
As you guys can see here, wonderful. There's a fireplace. It's a dual fireplace leading to the master bedroom bath. It's gorgeous. So again, a property like this is, for many of you, that's exactly my next property, because this is the budget you guys are in. But for many folks out there, guess what? This is more of a dream home, or something that, maybe basically a goal down the line, and we understand that. But the reason why we want to show you this wonderful property is because we want you to really understand the power of putting it in your goals and having a vision. And most importantly is, my friends, when we have a vision, guess what? It takes a set of steps, right? We have to do something for that vision to really happen. We have to get mobile, right? We have to take action. We can't just put, our vision of owning a house, or, owning many of us have different goals, right? Owning a boat, owning a pet, and then just kind of wait for it to just come and land in our lap. It doesn't happen that way. We usually need to take motion. And what I'm inviting you to do today is, if you're going to be owning a home, in real estate, buying your first home, or even more, investing in your first investment, if you're going to put that in your goals in the future, you probably will need the support of a professional to kind of help you, guide you through the process. And my goal is to really be able to be here with a lot of tools so that you do take action and you get to the finish line, right? So that's one of the biggest things of why we're doing these videos. We want to be your motivation. We want to keep your eyes on the goal. We won't want you guys to forget that renting is wasting your money. Renting is throwing your money. Renting puts you in a disadvantage, not only for you, but for your future as well. Renting is really, in many ways, I would say that you are basically funding other people's dreams. That's what you're doing as a renter, which is, I say it's a noble cause, great, good of you to do that for others. But at the end of the day, why not do it for yourself and your loved ones?
Yes.
And nothing more than that is building equity. And we've talked about this. In this beautiful country of ours, there's a lot of professionals, there's a lot of books around the opportunity of building wealth through real estate. Real estate is a vehicle to build wealth, my friends. So why is it that you don't want to get involved? Is it lack of information? Is it because you don't have a lot of money? Is it because you don't have a good job, or you think you don't have a good job? Because a lot of those things, my friends, are no excuse. There's a lot of people that we've helped over the last 15 years that didn't make a lot of money, didn't have a lot of money saved up, didn't have good credit, and all of them had the opportunity to do something in real estate, and many of them have an opportunity today to have that residual income, have that investment give them something in return. And it all happened with them taking action and making that decision, you know?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that have, lack motivation, and I think that's really what it is. It's just, it's a no-brainer. You just get up, you say, you know what, let me go pick up the phone, call these people up, see what's going on, see where I'm at, see where I'm standing at, what I'm eligible to qualify for. It's not that hard. I understand that a lot of your friends or your relatives might tell you, hey, we're going to wait for that big boom. You're going to keep losing money. You're not waiting for anything but just losing money, because that renter, we're coming into a new year. A lot of renters are looking for a lot of landlords are looking for.
A lot of landlords are simply, what I can tell you is that they're looking to increase the rents. So if you're, if your contract is about to expire, guess what's going to happen? Contract is about to expire, then basically they're able to increase that rent. So
Yes.
What happens there? They increase the rent $50, $100. You're thinking, well, that's not a lot. I get it, my friends, it's not a lot. But the question is this: why are you allowing someone else to constantly dictate what you're going to do with your own home? Why are you going to allow someone to keep you, number one, keep you in that mindset of a renter? Just think about it. When somebody, I just haven't seen anybody in the past when they say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to promote online. I'm renting. Absolutely no. But the excitement of being a homeowner, now that's
Completely
another
different.
level. That's completely
Completely
different.
different.
There's people all over social media platforms. There's people that, their aunt, they'll tell their friend, they'll tell their, I'm about to buy my own house, or I just bought my house.
Beautiful feeling.
But it's a beautiful feeling, my friends. Renting, I just rented. No, renting is definitely never been something that somebody can go out there and show off or really declare as an achievement, because it's true, it's not an achievement. Renting is absolutely wasting your time and wasting your money, my friends. If you do the math, many of you guys, if you've rented for 3, 5 years, 10 years, 15, you've spent $50, $70, $100, $200,000 just in rent.
Yes.
Do you really want to be doing that? I know you don't. And I know that many of you, if you could have kind of the help, the tools, you would absolutely take action. So that's what we want to be here. We want to be here as a source of information and support, so that you make that dream come true and you own your own home, you stop renting. Because at the end of the day, that's exactly what I've done for myself, for my family. Real estate, it's not only a business for me, my friends, it's not only something that I get to do now, obviously to earn a living, but real estate has also been the vehicle in which my family was able to grow financially to another level. My father was working when, he was making $5 an hour, and, he was putting together his pennies, and just constantly saving. We were always in the saving mode, because for him, he wanted to own something at some point. And so he needed to gather that down payment. So for us, when he was able to become, an owner of that first property, just the liberty, just the feeling that he got and that he gave to us is huge. From that point on, we have been able to grow financially, slowly but surely, because of real estate. My father kept a job. The most he made in his job, and this is true, I'm from Vegas, and so many of you hopefully might know me, might have grown up with me, gone to school with me. My father, all the way to the point where he retired, he made $9 an hour, my friends. $9 an hour all the way to the time. The only reason why he was able to retire at the age that he retired was because of real estate. So I know firsthand what real estate can do. And it doesn't matter, my dad speaks broken English, doesn't really speak English, so it's not that he's, a college graduate and was able to, know exactly what real estate was doing, and he played his, he rolled his dice and played the game well. He didn't even know. He just kind of moved forward, bought his first property, then from there point over, upgraded into another one after 3-5 years. And these were properties that were, modest. It wasn't, a $1 million house. He just kept on moving forward and buying a little bit more real estate as time passed. Guess what, my friends? That real estate, after 15, 20 years, gave him something. Gave him freedom, financial freedom for himself and also for his family. Because in that process of him doing that, he taught us how to really make real estate an amazing vehicle for wealth. And so today, that's the same thing we want to do for you. We want to teach you what real estate can do for you, can do for your future, and for your loved ones. So I hope you allow us the opportunity to be with you in this process. Ask us questions, send us messages, inbox us, whatever you need. We're going to get you the information the way that you prefer. You don't have to go to the office if that's not convenient. We will get the information to you however you want to. So make those questions, come forth and ask us how we can help you build that wealth.
Definitely. The beautiful thing about this is that you're not alone anymore. You have somebody you can call, and they'll give you the honest answers to your questions. They're not going to give you the runarounds. They're going to tell you straight up, this is what you need, this is where you're at, this is what you can get into. And not only that, it's a beautiful feeling knowing that now there is somebody that's going to give you legit answers. I mean, when I used to ask 8 other agents about, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Oh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll give it a couple months. Those answers right there, I didn't even want to buy anything, to be honest with you. I was like, I'm just going to spend my money at the club or with my friends, because it wasn't really, how they say, eye-catching. It wasn't really getting my attention. But now that I met Nora here, her team is amazing. They really showed me a whole different world on how to move my money, how to invest it, and to take the proper steps for my future. Not only my future, my kids' future, because I know by the time I'm 50 or 60, I'm going to have some money put away. My daughter's going to be able to go to college, so is my son. So it's a beautiful thing that there's somebody out here in Las Vegas that's willing to help you guys and guide you guys in the right direction. Now we're going into 2020. I hope a lot of you guys write down buying a new house or buying a condo, buying an investment property on your refrigerator, hopefully make it happen. And it'll be a beautiful thing if you can get Nora here to help you in that process. At the end of the day, thank you to everybody that's watching these videos. Thank you for giving us likes, share these videos. Again, she is Nora Aguirre with Century 21, and I'm Johan Castellano from the Full Guy Las Vegas. Yeah, have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. Ciao.
Thank you.